Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. As you can see, I have a pretty big Blu-ray DVD update today. All these came in the mail the past, I guess, 2 or 3 days. I'm sure many of you can tell those white ones are Arrow releases. That's already kind of a giveaway. But without further ado, I'll actually just go ahead and get started. Alright, so first up we have Feast. Saw this movie a few years back. Thought it was, I guess, a pretty decent flick. I mean, it wasn't the best, but at the same time, it was enjoyable. I think it was like 90 minutes long, so I did enjoy it. Decided to pick it up. Got it for pretty cheap. Okay, next up we have Zach and Miri Make a Porno. Pretty funny movie. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I forgot I didn't even have this in my collection, so I ended up picking it up. I've seen it, I think, once or twice. Like I said, it's a nice, funny little movie. Definitely not for children, though. Alright. Up next, we have Hatchet. I've actually never seen this movie. It was a blind buy, but I know obviously it's a slasher flick, and I'm a huge fan of like Friday the 13th and Halloween, so decided to obviously pick it up. Got a pretty good deal on it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get started with the Arrow releases. First up we have Vamp. I'm not going to open them and go into detail on these. There's a ton of videos already up on YouTube from my good friend Beyond the Realms, as well as One Quick GT, aka Fast Eddie. So obviously if you're interested in the content, you can just check out one of their videos, which I'm sure many of you already have. Then we have Caligula. That's not the original artwork that it comes with. I ended up swapping out the paper. The original one shows some titties. It just, no nipples, but still I just didn't want to get flagged, so I decided to show you guys that artwork. Next up, Day of the Dead. Okay. 25-year anniversary edition, 2-disc set. Not my favorite out of the original trilogy. I think Dawn's my favorite. That's why, of course, next up is Dawn of the Dead. 3-disc set. And all these came with pretty nice posters. Like I said, you can check out other people's videos, you can see those posters, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Might have to pick up some poster frames and hang up a few of them. Okay, this one's a two-sided poster. That's one of the artwork, and then the other one's the same picture as what's on the cover here. Next up we have Inferno, the Dario Argento film. Very nice artwork. Next up we have Phenomena. And then we have Deep Red. Okay, now about this one, just a heads up, it is 7.1 DTS Italian for the audio. There was an edition released in the States where it has, I can't remember 5.1 or 7.1 by English. In this case, if I can find it here, I think it might just be Dolby Digital. Yeah, well, I know for a fact the English one has better audio on it. I'm not sure if it has better video as well, but I was picking up a bunch of Arrow releases, so I decided just to get the Arrow release instead of the one released from the States. I guess it's really your preference, but just so you guys are aware of that. Up next we have The Beyond. Okay. Now, just a quick thing about this one. There was some defective discs that, when first released, the beginning of the movie was black and white instead of sepia tone. Mine is the black and white version, so I emailed Arrow and got an email back, obviously informing me of the looting and riots and that type of thing, and how they had set the distribution center on fire, if you will. So they said they're working on getting some discs out, and hopefully they'll be able to send me a replacement disc shortly. Okay. Up next is City of the Living Dead. Managed to watch this yesterday. I mean, obviously it's over a 30-year-old movie. It's not the best audio or video, but I mean, I find it with all these releases, they are true to the source material. They don't, use a lot of DNR and clean it up too much to make it look like people's faces look like wax, like how they did with the Predator. So yeah, so they are always true to the source material, which is most important, I find. I would recommend every single one of these Arrow releases for anyone that's a fan of any of those films. All right. Up next, decided to pick this up on DVD, even though I know there's a Blu-ray release coming out in, I think, October in the UK, and that of course is the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Now, I managed to pick this up for pretty cheap, $25 used, but they're in really good condition, so decided, what the hell. Felt like watching these and I didn't own them, and I really like this edition, so decided to go ahead and pick that up. Alright, and then of course this comes with 1 through 7, and then it has this little encyclopedia book. Just has information about the movie. Oops. Yeah, a little information about each movie. I'm not going to get into detail with that. As well as came with a pair of 3D glasses. It's those old blue and red ones. Alright. And then we have Dawn of the Dead Ultimate Edition. This of course is the DVD set. Huge Dawn of the Dead fan. I don't know why I ended up selling this, so I decided to pick it back up. Still sealed. Haven't got a chance to open it yet. And then I had sold this as well, so decided to pick it back up. The Evil Dead Ultimate Edition. Still sealed as well, so there you have it. We have 3 DVD box sets, or special editions, and a few Arrow releases. If we can get it in here. Alright, so Evil Dead, The Dawn of the Dead, City of the Living Dead, The Beyond, Deep Red, Phenomena, Inferno, Dawn and Day of the Dead, Caligula, Vamp, Hatchet, Zack and Miri Make a Porno, Feast, and a Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Alright? expecting a few more things in the mail, but I really got to cut down on buying Blu-rays. Things are a bit tight, so yeah. So I'll go ahead and do an update once the remaining few movies come in. And as always, guys, have a good one.